So today we're going to talk about how to 3D model properly. Here we have a model that I've fixed. I'll fix this through the video, so this is sort of the end result. Topology, it's okay. We have all quads now. The edge flow is not great, but at least it's all quads. So let's go through and talk about n-gons. So what are n-gons? N-gons are polygons with more than 4 sides. So for example, this big one that I'm gonna highlight right now, that one there. So definitely all you want in your models is quads, so 4-sided polygons. And so we have created 2 triangles now, but we're gonna remove that edge, and simply with the multicut tool that I'm using there, we can split the model if needs be to have all quads all around. So definitely the best option is to just model it properly for a start. So I chose this model because I knew it had bad topology, because you could still have some of this error at the end because of you accidentally hit a button like a shift drag to extract, and that's the same pretty much in all software. So for example, here we have multicut tool, which in 3ds Max is the cutting tool, and I'm sure many other 3D modeling softwares have similar tools. But I mean, the bottom line is really, guys, avoid n-gons. We don't want n-gons. And they're gonna create smoothing problems. So we can see here, if we hit 3 for the smooth preview in Maya, that's a really bad result. So the side that we are fixing started looking better already. Obviously, still work to be done there, but that's why you don't want n-gons. They're just bad for your rendering, but you just want your mesh to be clean, really, and have good results. One good thing to do is, in fact, to model a really low poly, as low as possible. Check that your mesh is okay, and then go in detail, add subdivisions, add edge loops where you need, have an even edge loop as well. So here I'm just gonna show another efficient way to model properly is to have your model at the center of the world in your 3D world, so at the origin of the axis 0, 0, 0. If it's symmetrical, obviously, or sort of, you can always then modify one side, but basically just model one side, make sure it's fine, and then mirror it. And mirroring itself can cause its own problems if you don't pay attention. It could dwell vertices that are too close, depending on the threshold you set. So I'm gonna show that later. But here, if we keep going through, we were gonna look for other errors like triangles and extra vertices. A quick way to get rid of extra vertices, which are vertices maybe on along an edge that are not really connected or making up our polygons, so they just have 2 edges connected to them. A quick way in Maya is to just go into vertex mode, select the whole thing, and hit backspace. It's not gonna work in 3ds Max though. So here again, we've seen that mirroring there must have caused the vertices to weld, so we can use the multicut tool again to split the mesh like we want it and get rid of that. So these extra vertices, we can find about them again when we run the smoothing. So you're gonna see smoothing errors, see how the surface doesn't look that even. So basically sometimes it's just a case of making sure and moving the vertices around the area, see if there's any vertex on top of other vertex, and so on. Sometimes it could be good to actually smooth the mesh, because that is gonna highlight where polygons are not properly laid, or they're not quads. So we can see here something going on at this corner. Move things around. And another way to fix that, besides deleting extra ones, you could also target weld those. So shift right mouse button, go up to the vertex and target weld tool, and just stitch it in. And there we go. So as you can see, this is very tedious. So you want to avoid doing this. Just be very careful and focused while you model, and model properly, and so you avoid these problems later. Here we are again. We're looking through the mesh, looking for more errors. So one other way to realize, or where you're gonna realize, is when you had edge loops and they don't go all the way around. So that means, again, that's an n-gons, which could be a synonym of an extra vertex somewhere, or something going on. So you just go through, see where it stops, and fix that area. So we're fine there, but when we move over to this side, try to add more loops, we see that they don't go all the way around. So let's go see what's going on there. And I hope you can see decently, guys. And here we are. So there's something there that is stopping the edge loop from completing. So again, let's go into a vertex mode and move things around, see if there's any extra vertices. Possibly not up there, but we've tried up at the top. Let's try this one at the bottom and see that things don't line up. So again, we can target weld there, and that's it, fixed again. So to sum up, try and smooth your model, try and insert edge loops. Even when it's not smoothed, you can see maybe something is going on with the shading. Try and get things sorted there. So extra faces. We're talking about non-manifold geometry. What is non-manifold? You can see also, you can find a lot of stuff in the Autodesk Knowledge Network. So there are different kinds of non-manifold topology, but basically I typed down Unreal because this is important, especially for 3D printing. But in general, it's you shouldn't have these. So it's extra faces, maybe running inside the share just one edge with other faces, or one vertex, or the normals are pointing the opposite directions. So I found an example of that here as well, or of maybe sometimes you accidentally extrude, as I was saying. So you end up with faces on top of each other that you don't know until you smooth the model. And there you can see there's something weird going on. So get rid of that, hit delete. And again, there's extra polygons hiding there. Those are the hard ones to find. So yeah, I mean, it's something you really don't want to do. So just keep it simple as much as possible. And only add edge loops and anything you need at the end, so you're sure everything is fine. That's also gonna be helpful for UVs. If you have a simple model, you can UV much quicker. And so what I like to do is have this simple model, UV, unwrap, and then add details. And then you might have to go back to the UVs and relax them or smooth them, but they're gonna be already laid out, so it's gonna be easy. So we can see here we are finished with our side. We want to mirror it, so it's finished, and you can see there's some settings there. You can pretty much the default setting should work. You just choose the axis you want to mirror over. So in our case is x-axis, and see the threshold there is 0.0001, and it's good enough for our model because no vertices are close enough to fall in that threshold, so they weld vertices that you don't really want to weld. And so that's it. That's final model, and thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Anything else you'd like me to talk about, or any questions, please ask. If you like this, guys, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. You can also connect with me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm gonna put links down below in the description, and let me know what you'd like me to talk about next time. I've used Premiere Elements to edit this video, and I've used my new Logitech G430 headset to record the audio. So let me know as well what you think about the audio quality. I'm not too sure. We can talk about this next time, or if you'd like me to do a small video on Premiere Elements, or have any questions about 3D, photography, graphics in general, my new logo. Have you seen my new logo? And yeah, hopefully get some feedback, and see you next time. Thank you.